Hey everybody. So I was just doing some reading on how should accountants get referrals, and I think a really good point that was brought up. I'll bring up a point I liked, and then maybe a point of disagreement. But having a referral program, right? So what does that mean? That means you're incentivizing people to actually refer you business. Now, where this kind of goes into disagreed was it was suggesting very low referral incentivizing payments to the people that referred you business. I think it's hard, right? Because you want to be as profitable as possible, but it's also you got to think of it as compared to what, right? So if you're incentivizing somebody, you have a referral program. Ideally, these are the types of clients that you want to have, right? So that's first and foremost. We're not talking about $200 tax prep clients, simple W-2 kind of people. You want these to, the kind of referral programs you should have should be for businesses, and you should be willing to pay an okay amount for that. This was talking about 5% of your fees, or like $100. Like this, I think that's missing out on. Okay, what does it actually cost you to acquire a customer, and what is this person referring you business saving you? Right. Still, even if you pay them a good amount. So let's say the cost of acquisition your business is $1,000. I don't know if it is. You probably don't know if it is. That's something you should track if you don't know your cost of acquisition, meaning how much money do you have to spend to acquire a new client, right? If they're kind of circumventing that whole issue for you, if you paid somebody $500 to do that for you, um, that's that's a pretty big deal. And then they get $500. That's motivating, and maybe they are more willing to think of other people that they know that could really benefit from your services. So that's kind of my main point today. Is referral programs are great. I think it's a great way to generate business, and honestly, not that you want to go broke in what your payments are, but also don't be cheap. This might be something you have to play around with. It's a hard thing to get your mind around. You just don't want to whatever the saying is, trip over uh, a dollar to save a dime or whatever, right? It's okay. You are, if you're doing marketing, you're paying to get clients. So if you're still paying somebody for a referral, you're not paying more money than you would have otherwise to get a new client. And that's a kind of, when someone gives you a referral, that's also an easy type of sale. If it's a good client that you have, they're probably referring you another good client. So, that's something to keep in mind. And this is something to consider too, is how viable is it for you and your focus in your business. Your business should be focused, right? So what I typically say is, if you want to work with all small businesses, just keep it to your area, which probably in that case, a referral program is probably really straightforward. Or you can niche down and then focus nationally, and then in that case, it may or may not make sense. It really depends on the industry. Like doctors, aren't gonna care if they refer you another doctor, right? It's not like competitive like that. So that's some things to keep in mind. Um, have a referral program, and don't be cheap with your referral program. So that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll talk to you later.